Okay, baby, another draft. We got that Crimson Vow Life up and ready. Had a pretty good day today on stream. Did like 5 drafts. Did like 3 7 winners, a 1 6 winner, a 1 3, and a 3 3. So pretty good overall. But yeah, let's just jump right into this fresh draft here for y'all on the YouTubes. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, by the way. We opened an Odric, the Blood Cursed. This card is not very good. In a world where there are a ton of broken rares, this one is just pretty medium. The majority of the time, it's going to be a 3-3 for 3. Sometimes you get an extra blood token or 2 out of the deal, but I actually don't think it's as good as the uncommon here, the Resistance Squad. 3 mana, 3-2, that draws a card often enough is honestly better than Odric Blood Cursed. Not too much else in the pack. There's like a Soul Cipher board. I'm okay with that card. Fierce Retribution's okay removal, but overall, really weak pack. You're gonna take the single colored card here that just draws and see if we can do something from there. Okay, whoever took a card here took the rare or mythic. A couple decent cards here for us. There's a Mischievous Catgeist. I haven't had the chance to play with this yet. I've drafted it, but I don't think I ended up in blue. But it looks pretty good. It's a super annoying 1/1 that obviously if they don't block it, you're going to draw a card. But then the fact that it has a cheap disturb cost to turn another creature into an Ophidian is kind of nice. Or I guess a Magpie would be a better comparison. All of these disturb creatures that are well costed are usually playable. So a 2 mana 2/2 with disturb is fine. Spore Crawler, another good consideration. Another pseudo 3/2 for 3 that draws a card. Happy to take the Geist here and see what happens from this point on. I don't think you need to second pick infantry after picking squad, so seems like a good enough choice to me. Okay, some more good cards here. Third pick. I've found the Lunar Rejection to be fine enough. You know, if you bounce a werewolf or a wolf, you get a really good rate card. 2 mana, bounce a wolf or a werewolf, draw a card. But for 4 mana, it's still okay. There's a Vilespawn Spider here. Really, really nice for the blue-green self-mill deck. In fact, you know, we could certainly take that if we didn't want to just take like Fierce Retribution, another fine removal spell. Passing a bunch of good blue and green is the only awkward thing here, but I don't mind trying to take the Spider. Maybe the Fierce Retribution is like slightly better than the Spider. It's pretty close though overall. I think I'm fine just taking the removal spell instead. And then we're getting, wow, super late blue cards here again. A 4th pick Mirror Hall Mimic, Cobbled Lancer, Assistant, Lantern Bearer, Cruel Witness. Okay, I'm just going to start taking blue cards again because we are getting past them. Don't sleep on this Traveling Minister. Had some really good success with that today, but pretty hard to just not take the rare. Okay, and another Catgeist, sure. This is a little bit awkward. I am passing a Wolf Strike, which is a really good green card, but I think at this point we would try to cut off blue harder than anything else because we're getting it on the pass. So both these blue and white cards don't really do it here for me. I think Heron's decent, but we're going to just take the Cadet. It does feel like the blue-green self-mill deck is open. If I had taken that Spider over Fierce Retribution, our start would be fantastic, but this is still a really, really good position to be in. So the egg is a lot better in the blue-black deck than it is anywhere else. It's probably still a fine pickup here, or we could just take the Traveling Minister and play it safe. Call to the Grave is, or rather, Chill of the Grave is fine. I don't think Binding Geist is any good. Because I don't think we're going into a exploit deck, I'd rather just take the Minister here. Okay, Lantern Bearer is solid. I'm not sure how to feel about this boarded window. I haven't actually played with it yet. But it feels worse than like Cumberstone or whatever. The fact that it only makes the attacking creatures smaller makes it a little bit worse in my opinion, but it's still probably playable enough. Anyways, I'm just going to take the Lantern Bearer here. This card is an overperformer for sure, and it goes really well into the blue-white deck, so yeah. And now we're wheeling a bunch of good blue-white stuff, so maybe we put this cadet to the board for now. We have the Soul Cipher board. Decent. Heron Blessed Geist, not bad. We're going to take the uncommon here. It's a lot easier to pick up the Heron Blessed Geists, and I don't think you often want to run more than like one, maybe two of these tops in your deck anyways, so. Scab's okay, Entomber's okay. I'll just take the flyer for now, but this is fine with all of the disturbed creatures. Could it be better than the Scab? I think these are both similar in their ease of picking up, so. I guess if I'm doing this, the squad becomes a little bit worse because this deck is all about spirits and not necessarily humans. So we'll have to keep an eye on the resistance squad. Because right now it's just the Traveling Minister that I have. But yeah, good first pack here for us, and wow, we wheeled some goodies too. Wheeled the Cruel Witness, just a 3/3 for 3, wheeled 3/3 flyer for 3 even, and the Lunar Rejection. Given that I have 2 Mischievous Catgeists, just taking some flyers seems to be the correct line of play. Yeah, looking pretty good to me. No real removal as of yet, and we're wheeling a ton of good stuff here. Another Witness, another Lantern Bearer, another Stitched Assistant. I think I'm going to go with the Assistant this time. Only because it's so super good with the Mischievous Catgeists, right? You can go like turn 2 Catgeist, and then if they have a way to block it or whatever, sacrifice the Catgeist and do something with it later. Lots of tasty wheels here. I mean, again, we're not even locked into white by any means. We are just firmly into blue. Good start. Today's gone a little bit better. Yesterday I was fully in sadness mode versus all of these crazy bombs, but I mean, look at this. I don't think the Binding Geist is any good, so probably just throw that away. Anyways, pick number 1 of the second pack, and what do we have? There's another spider here, which I certainly could take. Could still take Skull Scab. We are looking simply like a mono blue deck right now. And there's like Sigarda's Imprisonment, so one way or another, we kind of decide on a direction. There's even a Bleed Dry here, which is probably better than Skull Scab. I'm regretting not taking that first spider. But it looks like this has just more synergy in my deck than the white cards do right now. Past a Hamlet Vanguard. 3 mana 1/1 with Ward 2. Enters the battlefield with 2 1/1 counters on it for each non-token human you control. I have 3 humans. Oh, and 2 of them are the white cards we don't even know if we're playing. So it's just the Ranger that I have, or the Cadet that I have. Yeah, that doesn't seem very good here. I mean, best card in this pack is what? A Braid? Could take the Steelclad Spirit, I guess. We have enough enchantments to make this a thing. Yeah, well, let's do that. I don't think we want to take a green card there. 2 mana 3/3 Defender with upside whenever I have an enchantment. And I have some number of enchantments already. Concealing Curtains is another decent card here. Otherwise, we're taking what? A Spore Crawler, a Weaver of Blossoms, another Traveling Minister. Still just super open to anything. I wish there was just a good blue card here I could take. Because once again, I just have to choose one of the two directions I'm going. Alright, let's take the Spore Crawler. 3-2 that draws a card when it dies, seems fine. Runo Stromkirk. This does not look good to me. You have to mill a creature, or you have to reveal a creature with value 6 or greater, so it seems like often, or the majority of the time, it's just going to be a 1/4 flyer for 3, which is okay, but not fantastic. I guess I'm just going to take some more green cards here. I've been really happy with the Flourishing Hunter. Alright, some more rando cards here. That's a very late Parasitic Grasp. It just feels way too late to move into any amount of black, though. Mulch is pretty good. I've been happy with that, especially with a deck that has so much Disturb. I think I'm going to end up taking that over like another Spore Crawler, another Assistant, or another Lantern Bearer. Those probably all wheel anyways. Oh man, the Fell Stinger now too. Pretty late, but yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of black this pack and then none again in the last pack, so I'm just going to stick with my guns. Take the Selhoff Entomber here. Our deck is basically mono creatures anyways, so seems to make sense. I don't mind having like one Dreadlight Monstrosity. I'd almost rather just take another Lantern Bearer here though to continue the synergies. So let's do that. Oh wow, super late Thirst for Discovery, fantastic. Great card for this deck. Wield the Scab, oddly, but pseudo removal here in the form of Fear of Death. It's going to be nice. Another Flourishing Hunter as well. Okay, yeah, I mean, another Soul Cipher board is reasonable enough here, too. Yeah, we're just full-on blue-green mill. Would love to open something big next turn, huh? Or something big next pack. Because while we have a lot of decent cards, we don't have, like, the big boom-boom to just win the game. Couple more mulches would actually be really good here too. This is a good mulch deck, I feel like. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Oh, actually 5. Yeah, 5 Disturbed cards. I guess I need more flyers to put these Catgeists on. Alright, so now I'm assuming we're gonna get like no black. Hopeful Initiate, a 1-mana 1/2 with training, remove 2 counters from it, or from among creatures you control, destroy target artifact. Okay, whatever. Another Spider here looks pretty good. Oakshade Stalker is a fine card, but just go for the creature with huge synergy. Yeah, man, just imagine if we had 3 spiders here instead of that Fierce Retribution I took at the time, but good here, good. Okay, so really solid pack. Wolfstrike, fantastic. Diver Scab, fantastic. And then we have like Gutter Skulker, Hunter, another Assistant. So all these playable blue and green cards. I think I'm really low on removal though. So I think the Strike is probably the best choice here. Yeah. And if we're lucky, we're going to wheel one of the better cards, but odds are we're just going to wheel some of the chaff. Alright. Pick number 3. I have 2 instants, 1 sorcery, so Scab not looking great. What is this? Creepy Puppeteer. 4 mana, 4/3 haste. Whenever it attacks, if you attacked with exactly one other creature this combat, you have that creature's base power and toughness become 4/3. Oh, interesting. The card is a beater. For us, we just have like the Cradle of Safety versus like Massive Might. Just some combat tricks seem good. I'm gonna take the Cradle for hexproof. Since we have a lot of disturb, we want ways to protect those creatures that we enchant up, so that makes sense. Man, Taxon Pup is really, really good in the wolf deck, but we have 1, so we're not going to be taking that here. Toxic Scorpion's okay. Alchemist's Retrieval is okay. Do I want the bounce spell or do I want the Scorpion? I think I would rather have the interaction. Let's take the bounce. Geistlight Snare. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 3, and then costs 1 less if you control a spirit, costs 1 less if you control an enchantment. That's actually not a bad card for us, but we do have just Scattered Thoughts here. Really solid card draw effect. Let's take that instead. This might not be a bad Millipede deck after all. Right now we're like cutting that. Millipede or another Hunter. I think I'd rather still just have the Hunter. Card does work. Witch's Web is actually another combat trick that I've been happy with. So we might end up running that one. Alright, there's the egg, but I only have, what, this one Stitched Assistant, so... Seems like an easy non-play here for us. Oh, I guess this Skywarp Scab is actually kind of bad in our deck too, because the majority of our creatures we're going to be disturbing. Wow, as we wield the Thirst for Discovery number 2. Feels like it might just be better to take this 2/3 flyer, though. Yeah, okay, we did wield a Gutter Skulker. That's fantastic. Can cut the Scorpion. Need to cut 3 cards here. Get some last few pickups. I guess I don't need Fear of Death. Maybe these Soul Ciphers aren't the greatest. I think I overrate these Soul Ciphers. I don't think they're actually all that great anyways. Maybe I just don't play those. And we keep our high creature count. Oh, and then cut like Steelclad maybe still. Because we have plenty of other things to do early now anyway. 16 creatures. Could be worse. I mean, these do turn into 3/2 flyers. I guess I could just go all in on creatures and not much other interaction. But we do have playable 23 there if I want. Like I could cut Witch's Web for one of these. But I think we want the tricks. Because I only have such little removal, I think the combat trick is worth it here. Maybe these are still worth running though. I'm tempted, I am. $16 creatures. I think I'm okay just running it like this. Alright, let's go 9 blue, 8 green, and call it a day. And see if we can pull off some wins here with a blue-green self-mill deck. Now, I don't have any crazy big bombs. So, yeah, hopefully the synergy and our extremely overwhelming number of godly plays can carry us through. Round 1 hype. Lost the die roll, but our hand looks reasonable enough on the draw. Can pitch some creatures to the Entomber if we need to. Another island was not what we were hoping, though. Forest, please. Forest is our ideal. Red-black into a wedding invitation. Okay. There's the forest. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get the spider online. Start self-milling. It's actually kind of unfortunate I don't have a way to shuffle some cards back. There's like that 3-mana uncommon in blue that shuffles 4 cards from a graveyard into their library, and then you get to choose something. Alright, they're just going to straight up downfall. That's okay by me. Four mana, no plays. Doesn't look like we're going to want to discard any of these creatures in our hand. We're probably just going to try to curve out Cruel Witness into Cadet, so let's attack for 1 here. If they're not casting anything, it's not going to be surprising if they have like another Abrade or removal spell otherwise. Sure, yeah, Bleed Dry. And then we'll kind of have a problem if they just go like 5 mana, 4/4 Menace. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought they were going to do. Alright, let's discard this Spirit. See if we can find something better. And just play out the Cadet. I suppose we're just looking for our 6/6s now. Gluttonous Guest, yeah, that's a good one. They have a lot of blood over there to work with. And that is Menace, so I cannot block. Guess we're just going to main phase this. Right, 6/6 in hand, Wolf Strike in hand. Mill a little bit of value. Good turn for us there. Oh my god, that card is so good. They can sacrifice a creature or a blood to drain for 2. It's also a 4/5, so it gets around a lot of the removal in this format. Okay, so our only hope here is that this Flourishing Hunter survives, and then we can Wolf Strike the Anya. But if they kill the Flourishing Hunter this turn, it's almost certainly just game over for us, I would think. In fact, they still get me really, really low. Nah, they had another removal spell. That's so absurd. Yeah, just too much removal and then that bomb. Pretty brutal. Have to chump here too. Hopefully find something better than this spider. Oh, I can draw the copy. The Mimic? No, that wasn't it. Okay, Catgeist. Assistant, sack the Geist. Do you have another removal spell in your hand? It doesn't really matter if they do or don't. Like, we're almost just dead on board to the... In fact, we are dead on board to the Anya now. Yeah, because they give... They can sack one of their Bloods end of turn here, put me to 8, make one of their 4-power creatures unblockable, put me to 4, and then sack 2 more things. So, good beats. That... I mean, in a deck with very little removal like mine, We had one chance there, and that was if they didn't kill our worm, or whatever, our 6/6 wolf. And then we could maybe stabilize by killing Anya, but even then it might have been a little bit too late. Opponent's draw was just too good there. Too much removal and then a bomb. I don't feel as bad about losing to that card, because that one does seem like you can interact with it. Obviously, it's very, very good, but some of the cards are even more backbreaking than that one is. Good beats. All right, on the draw here. A little bit of a sketchy hand, perhaps. I'm tempted to keep this, as he keeps it, he says. Just because we're on the draw and we only need to find a third land, so I think this is fine. Entomber wasn't a terrible draw. Can help pitch some of these value cards and maybe find us some lands later on. Alright, looks like we're going to be playing against Blue-Black Exploit. Down the forest, lucky us. Hopefully they don't have too many good sack outlets. Sure. Aggressive chill, but I don't mind. I think now I'm actually just going to cash in the Sellhop Entomber for a card. Since we've been drawing our lands. That was a forest, I would keep it, but we'll bottom an island. And then draw an island anyways, because we're so good at that. 3/3 flyer, sure. I think I'd rather just protect my life total here, kill their flyer and not let them get surveils in. I don't mind trading damage here since we have two 6/6s that can gain us some life here in a few turns. Hopefully, anyway. And I figure their scab is going to be more relevant. Butler's good. There's a second green, fantastic. So yeah, let's attack in for 3 again. And then our plan is just to go Skulker into double 6-drop. And that might just be good enough to win. Similar to like Ravenous Lindworm or Honey Mammoth. Hunter often does way, way more work than you would initially think it is. Yeah, speaking of cards that do a lot of work, 5/5 hexproof that can get unblockable. Sorry, 5/5 ward that can get unblockable. But we'll just start slamming 6s, and we can still attack with the Gutter Stalker. Can't be blocked as long as it's attacking alone, so yeah. Still winning this race pretty nicely. And like I said, a 6/6 is just huge in this format. Alright. Death Toucher's kind of annoying, but we're just going to play another Hunter next turn. Ooh, man, they have the Investigators. So we need to end this game as quickly as possible. Because this card is a huge value machine. In fact, here, I think I'd rather go with Thirst for Discovery into playing out a flyer. Now, our fastest clock is still going to be the Gutter Skulker, but we almost want the Gutter Skulker to die so that we can make it so that the Hunter is unblockable. Okay, hey, there we go. That's what we wanted to have happen. So, this isn't a 2-turn clock, though. Oh, I guess it is actually. If I yeah, we'll go for it. They only have one card in their hand right now. And we have 2 pump spells. One of our pump spells is also a way to give it hexproof. So they need to find something right now, otherwise they just die. We can go for Witch's Web first, and then Cradle of Safety if they do something in response. That's not good enough. They're getting a lot of value here, but... not enough, my friend. And good game. It doesn't matter here. Witch's Web. 9 damage that you cannot block. And that's a bingo. Okay. Not too shabby. 6/6s that gain life for 6 mana. Not too shabby. If I had to guess, this is probably on average like a 4-win, 5-win deck. Like if I were to play it 10 different times, that's probably my guess. Not a crazy deck, but has some good interplay. Fantastic looking hand. Nothing but creatures, but really good curve out starting on turn 2, so. And sometimes just playing creatures on curve like this can win the game, especially on the play in best of 1. Like if the opponent just takes a turn off, and we start putting too much pressure on, you know? Mill a land, it's not bad. Okay, attack for 2. Let's play out a 3/2 instead of a 2/3 flyer. Two, 3, yep, it's fine. Mill the cadet. Let's attack with both. If they put it in front of the spider, I'm not going to use Witch's Web. I'll just let the bounce off happen. Trade's great with me too, because we're planning on just tapping out for a 4-drop here. And we don't mind more creatures going to the graveyard for spider purposes. 3/4 vigilance for 3. Whenever it enters the battlefield, attacks, exile a card from a graveyard. Spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each card that shares a type with it, huh? Interesting. And we milled a Lantern Bearer though, which was kind of nice. Alright, we definitely want to kill that Prowler if we can, so let's just get it off the board here. I figured the Gutter Skulker is already going to be a relevant card anyways. Yeah, nice. Which is why I put it on that instead. That would have been a good turn to have one of my 6/6s as well. They still have a bunch of cards in their hand, and I'm not really doing much pressure. A bunch of 2/3s and 3/3s isn't really the bee's knees. Oh, God. Alright, let's just attack with all and see what they do. They clearly have something with 4 mana. Sure, they have their own Witch's Web, fair enough. That's fine, though. I mean, they're on a 2-turn clock from just the Skulker. Yikes. No, that's a 4-turn clock even. Mill the land. Alright, let's mulch and hope to hit one of our cards that disturb. We did hit a disturb card. Now we have 5 creatures in the graveyard. So I think we just attack for 3 and then make 5 1/1s here. Because putting the Lantern Bearer on, or 6 1/1s even, putting the Lantern Bearer on the Skulker doesn't change the clock this turn. And going wide definitely does. Remember, that thing has reach as well. Trample and reach. Sad we haven't seen any of our Catgeists. Feels like we would have won the game by now if we just had a Catgeist to put on the Skulker. A long tank might be a good sign that they don't have many options available. Okay, so they're gonna sack their Scab. Get back their bounce spell, my guess is. Sure. Alright. I think they needed to attack there. I think I'm supposed to get in for 4 damage while I can. Found the cat a little bit too late, sadly. But now next turn, what we're going to do is just attack with everything is the game plan. So let's see, I have 8 creatures. Yeah, that's game over, right? We just attack with everything. That's lethal on board. 7 creatures versus 4, we get in for 3. GG. Alright, very nice. Whew! They just needed a couple turns and they would have stabilized and overwhelmed me for sure. But managed to pull that one out there, thankfully. See if we can keep doing that. Normus the Ginormous, what a name. Ooh, okay. This is gonna be a very fast game, if these don't die, because we are gonna end up, like, decking ourselves real fast. Drew a Lantern Bearer off the top, which was really good. Between the double spider and the mulch, our library is going to shrink in size very, very quickly. They have a 1/4, sure. Build a spell, that's too bad. They saw the block, how unfortunate. And now next turn we're gonna mulch plus hold up Cradle and set up for some big ol' insect turns. Ooh, mill the Catgeist too, very nice. So we can go for the Catgeist next turn. Because we want to be able to hold up protection. And I'm just going to play out another flyer this turn instead, since we drew that. And the next turn we can go Catgeist onto one of our flyers. Hold up Cradle, start drawing extra cards. It's a good card, Winning Security. Build a Trick, and another creature. This one can copy anything. It's 2 creatures in the yard. We're gonna lose a creature from the yard though when we go like this. We get to start drawing, again, more cards. I think I like double blocking here. That's fine by me. Sorin the Mirthless. Okay. Well. I guess that's kind of a problem now, isn't it? But I can actually kill this Sorin here. Let's go with Mulch first. Drew 2 cards, milled 2 spells. If we send both of these at Sorin, they have to block the 2/3 to keep Sorin alive. Oh, okay. Well now, even better. Now they're gonna have to chump with their 2/3 if they want to keep Sorin alive. That worked out for me.
Things have not gone my way.
Okay. Well, the spider can block the 2/3 flyer. I might take like 6 damage this turn. But then our Flourishing Hunter stabilizes pretty well, I think. Yeah, we're just gonna block the 2/3. Take 6, go to 9. Oh, this has lifelink too, doesn't it? Okay. I think they thought that might have been able... Oh, I see. They're gonna flip their Cackling. Okay. Sure. Well, this only blocks flyers, so I think I'm gonna attack with it to get the card draw. Plus, we're playing a 6/6 that gains 4 life, anyways. Yep, I think I'm happy to trade off here. Puts an extra creature in our yard. So we can make a bunch of spiders. Let's attack for 3, draw another card. Guess we don't have to this turn. Can play a chump blocker for the security. I mean, they clearly don't have a removal spell, so... Yeah, I guess a 3/3 flyer and all these 1/1s is probably worth it at this point, and I can't really afford to mill myself out anymore, so yeah, let's just grab the 1/1s here. I'm gonna chump the 5, take 3, I think. They have land go. We drew another Flourishing Hunter. Fantastic. How close are they to dead? Very close. Let's attack with both. They're chumping? Okay. They're actually trying to mill me out, it looks like. Funny enough. Gonna play another 6/6 that gains 4. And I think I'm gonna just give it flying right now. GG. Alright, hey, that worked out too. Beating Planeswalkers always feels pretty nice. That hexproof card was clutch. And that flyer just drew so many extra cards for us too. Feels good. Feels pretty good. Yeah, we don't have the bombs, but we're scrappy. I say that about all of my non-bomb decks. We're scrappy! But we do have a lot of good synergy. Let's see, on the play, and I have a nice little hand here. This is kind of interesting. It might be better to hold a Lantern Bearer to pitch to the Entomber. Yeah, I think we're going to hold the Lantern Bearer and draw a card with it. But first get the Spider online and just ticking. Sure, Ragged Recluse. Build a flyer. Let's attack for 2. And let's just play out the 1/3. Say go. That cannot block my ground creatures. Build a combat trick, drew a Froggy. Yeah, let's attack for 2 again. Guess I'm going to discard the Lantern Bearer, see if we draw something better than the Frog. Next turn we can go Lantern Bearer on the Frog, hold up Cradle of Safety, and start smacking him for 4 in the air. They have 6 cards in their hand. What you got, OP? Land number 4, yeah. Why do I always think this is a frog? Just because it has spore in the name, I think. It's a crawler, it's not a frog, it's a fungus. Alright, they're not going to attack with their Recluse. What's your play here, friendo? What's your play? Alright, they just have the 3/3 flyer, sure. Build our own 3/3 flyer there. Do I just want to Lantern Bearer the Frog and attack? I guess I do. If they go for a block, I'll go ahead and cradle. If they don't, that's great. Alright, good for us. We'll just pass. Because the spider can block the 2-3, and we don't need to fire off the cradle for any reason yet. Yep, no blocks. I don't want to have to be the one to pull the trigger. I'd rather wait for them. 3-3, that makes them lose a life. I like that. It's going to help us swing the race. Build a land. Drew a Gutter Skulker. Alright, let's go ahead and smash here for 4 again. Alright, let them surveil. And then now in response, we're going to give it hexproof. Nice little hit in for 5. And we'll just play out the Gutter Skulker, because that'll be a good blocker. Also, now if they deal with the frog, the Gutter Skulker is just a 2-turn clock. Yeah, they're in kind of a rough position here, aren't they? Especially since they're missing land drops. Too many things going on here. Okay, combat, yeah. I'm not blocking that one. Not blocking that one either. I guess I could chump the Graph Reaver, but I think I'm okay just taking 6 here. Ooh, and then they have a Mimic on the... Wait, on the Frog. On the Frog? I guess I'm just going to attack him for 3 unblockable then, right? And then play a 6-6 that gains 4 life, and now I still have a 5-4 flying blocker. Sorry, yeah, flying blocker. No, that's just probably game over. You gotta find something that costs 1 or 2 mana here. Sure. I'm actually just gonna chump that. That improves our spider. No, the Catgeist. Yeah, just gonna attack with my 3/3 unblockable. Oh, sure. So let them surveil. Let's loot in or thirst in response. Not find anything relevant. Do I want to attack? Nope, no reason to. Don't want to give him an extra card. And then, yeah. They're just dead in 2 turns to the Graph Reaver killing themselves, so let's make some 1/1s to chump with. And they appear to be dead any number of ways. Alright. Got 1 loss there, but starting to rattle off some nice wins. Hexproof Once again, proving super clutch on that enchantment. We're 4-1 now. Alright, I'm feeling good. Synergies are working out. And we haven't played against anything but the Anya yet, so hopefully we can just do it. Keep doing it. I'm a little bit concerned about how this format's gonna pan out in the coming weeks or even the coming days. I'm not sure how much replayability it's gonna have in comparison to some of the other sets we've had, but you never know. Plus, there's always Constructed, right? But I do appreciate y'all tuning in for all of this YouTube content, regardless of what it is. Alright, keepable hand. Not exciting, but keepable. Turn 2, 1, 3 doesn't really do much, but we do have Thirst to go dig for hopefully some other juice. Desperate Farmer, yeah. I think here we'd rather Thirst for Discovery since the Spirit doesn't really do much. If the Spirit could block the 2/2, I think I would have played it out instead, but especially since we've drawn quite a few lands here, I think we want to try to find something better to do. It's a lot of land. It is a lot of land. Okay. Wow, even more. So let's mimic their 1/5 then. And because we can actually well, no, that doesn't work. So this will never transform, right? Because it doesn't actually have a backside. Oh, wait! How does this actually work? If this transforms, would that transform into a, into the enchantment side of it? Oh, now I don't actually know. Either way, I'm going to go for a double block here and just force them to use whatever they have. Okay. Wow. Well. I guess I'm gonna feign death their lifelinker. Maybe we mill one of those Catgeists or something. No, not at all. This is kind of brutal. Oh, exile effect too, sure. Bad news is we know they have nothing but spells in their hand, and I'm sitting over here with nothing but lands, so... I need to draw that 4 mana look at the top 4 card. Oh, I mean that's... okay. 6 mana, 6/6, gain 5 is also a decent start. They don't have double black yet. Oh, darn it, that kind of sucks. Death Tetcher is annoying here. Again, not another bad draw. Alright, we're still drawing relevant cards off the top at least. But I don't think we're particularly favored this game. Need to find that Catgeist. Ah, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 are lands now? Even more? Hey! But we milled some goodies here, my friends. Okay. I think I need to leave back the 6/6, but we definitely want to put this on the Skulker. Start drawing extra cards. Not bad. Okay. That mulch was actually like a draw 3. A draw 4 even. Alright, I'm gonna block with my 1/5 and my 3/2 and say, do whatever you have to do, because I'm happy with this. Sure. That doesn't even kill my 1/5 still. Okay. Oh, so what was their plan? I don't know. Alright, let's draw another card. It's a good one. Gonna still keep the Lantern Bearer in the graveyard. 3 lands left and 8 cards. We're gonna have to sack the Spider off pretty quickly here. That Catapult Captain is also getting a little bit scary. Okay, and they just keep rummaging. That's fine. Yeah, they're still looking for their second black source. Alright, there they go. Now they're going to have -13, -13 is my guess. Oh, sure. Give their creatures +1/+0. And punch my Spider. Yeah, that makes sense. I need to kill them before I deck out. Which I don't know how easy that's gonna be. I think with only 1 card left in their hand, I'm gonna chump here and get that in my graveyard and put it on the Flourishing. Oh, another Flourishing Hunter too. That's absurd. Nice, okay. Good draws here. 6/6 gain 6. 1 card left, so let's go for it. They need to draw a removal spell this turn, otherwise I'm going to get a 6/6 gain 6 every turn. Okay, they did. So be it. Menace and Death Touch, so we'll just take it. Now we get to go Cruel Witness first. Lantern up my Hunter, Scry. And we just put them on a 2-turn clock here in the air. Alright, close game. We have 10 in the air though. Well, gaining 1 life's not good enough. They need to find a blood token as well. There's 1 land left in my deck. I guess the 3/3 could have blocked the 1/4 technically. Ah, nice. So cast Undying Malice on their guest. sacrifice it to the catapult captain. They get a treasure. And now they survive back at... So, am I actually going to lose this game? They go back up to 11. Wow. The menace actually might get me here, huh? I guess I don't want to attack and then exploit, right? No. So I guess I'm gonna Stitcher's Assistant sacrifice itself. Okay. Do I have a way to win after this? We're about to find out. So if I put that in my graveyard, I mill out. Have I used any of my pump effects yet? I don't think I have, right? So we actually do want to put that in the graveyard. And we're gonna guaranteed hit our pump effect. Nice. Now we attack for 10 and win. Or over 10 and win. 0 cards left. And a victory, baby. That's how we do. Whew, what a game. Had me sweating there. That was a close one. Danger City. There's been some good matches. Hey, I got to 5 and 1. All right. As far as I'm concerned, we're playing with house money now. Yeah, the games today have been a lot better. Interactive, it feels like. Coming down to the last possible moment. Opponent played that well. That blood token nearly keeping them alive, but my my deck having the perfect amount of cards left. Oh man, double 6-drop in our opening hand is kind of weak, but I'm gonna give this hand a shot. It's just that they're so good at stabilizing after the fact. This hand's not very good though. Oh no. Turn 2 Reckless Impulse. That is aggressive. Okay, well they only get to do one of those cards. They must have been looking for land and then found one the next turn. Sure, throwing it up. So really, all I want to do is just go land, land. That's all I want to draw. Land, land. I'm gonna go ahead and take it, I guess, and just leave back my 1/1 next turn. I don't know if they even had anything, but... That's not a land. We can wait a turn on the Fear of Death. I'd rather just play out the 3/3 I can trade. Don't want to give him any blood tokens right now either. Sure. 2/1 flyer, that might draw them a card. They found another Reckless Impulse. Mulch is good. I accept Mulch. Decline, because we want to draw that. Alright, draw 3, bin a spider, seems nice. I'm going to go back on the offensive now. And since I'm tapping out the next couple of turns, I'm actually going to go ahead and... yeah, I think lock down their flyer. Nice, mill the Mimic too. That's Desperation. That's great though. Though I guess we didn't want them to really hit lands, because I think they need lands really bad. I'm sure they have a couple double blue cards stuck in hand, maybe their own Witnesses and whatnot. Another one! Nice. The card's very, very good. Blessed Bolt, sure. Ooh, that's good for us that they're trading too. Alright, 6/6, gain 3 life. Your move. Technically we have lethal next turn with the Lantern Bearer on the Hunter. Though if they just pass, I don't think we're going to necessarily go for that play. Oh, Lacerate plus ping for 2? Okay. I dig it. Alright, let's just cast another 6/6, gain 3. There's their double blue finally. Nice, got him. All right. Woo, this blue-green deck is ticking. We're working, baby. We're working for him. That was our buddy Corda calls. Y'all can give him a bad time. 6-1. One more. I'm feeling good now. Feeling loose and ready to win. Ready to smack, smack, smack. This is not our final boss, technically, though, because 6-2 would be a for sure final boss. Alright, OP goes first. How is our hand looking? Pretty good. Some cheap early plays. This Entomber with all this value discard looks nice. Alright, and since they just already played out a 2-2, no reason to play out the Geist right now. We'd rather just hold it for discard. Spore Crawler's fine. I guess I'll mulch this turn. Draw 3. Okay, well that was nice. Gonna have to discard a card here as well. Yeah, I guess I'll discard one of the extra lands. Just block the 2/4, take the 3. Discard our Catgeist end of turn, find something else. Nice draw. Yeah, let's go with the flyer, say go. And there's their second color, so they're probably on the werewolf deck. I don't mind taking another 3 here. This time I don't think we're going to discard, though. Our hope is that we get to go like Cadet into Copy Cadet. Or something along those lines. They might try to get me here. I was going to say, oh wow. 4 mana 5/4. I guess what I can just do is copy that. Oh, I could also go Cradle into Punch It. With the Wolf Strike, that's probably better. Play a little bit safe. Nice mill. Nice mill. I think we can actually just sit back. If they don't have anything, they can't attack into this. Hopefully they don't have the 5 mana 4 damage burn spell here to get me. I think killing their 5/4 was better than copying it, right? Maybe it wasn't, but... I just have a lightning wolf, sure. We want to draw worm here is what we want to draw. In fact, I think I'm supposed to just discard the cadet now. Well, I guess the cadet does block the spore crawler and whatnot. No, we'll wait one more turn. Hey! Idiots. Just draw the card you need when you ask for it. Please. Please. All of you. You're so silly. Just do what you need to do on the time that you need to do it perfectly, okay? So if they don't kill the hunter, we're going to copy it and then gain 6. And at this point, yeah, it looks like cadet is an easy pitch. Hope to find something else. We have them on a real fast clock, though. The Lantern Bear on the hunters is going to be brutal. So, ideally we draw a land next turn. And then we go Lantern on the 6/6. Mimic the 6/6, gain 6. And that's just going to put them too far behind. So let's ditch the cadet. Perfect. Let's go for the Mimic first. Lantern Bear are one that can attack. Surveil into the graveyard. More value. Yeah, this deck was a piece of art. We didn't run into any crazy mythic bombs or anything, and the synergy we had here was just so good. Ooh, baby! Mm. And that, my friends, is how you get 7 wins in this format. Draw well, play well, draft well, and be a golden god like me. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed this draft here of Crimson Vow. Again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you back in the queues. Take it easy.